David stared at the pile of pizza boxes stacked precariously on the coffee table, each one bearing the greasy fingerprints of his roommate's latest binge-watching session. Empty energy drink cans formed a small fortress around Lisa's usual spot, on the couch where she currently lay sprawled in oversized pajamas, her dark hair a tangled mess as she scrolled through her phone. "Lisa," he said, trying to keep the exasperation out of his voice. "We talked about this. The dishes." She mumbled without looking up, one pale hand emerging from her cocoon of blankets to wave dismissively. "Tomorrow. Maybe." David sighed and began collecting the empty containers himself. This was the same woman who, according to the increasingly frantic news reports, had single-handedly destroyed 3 Zephyrian battlecruisers last week. The same Lisa who had apparently earned the moniker Nightfang across 17 star systems for her ruthless efficiency in combat. The same Lisa who couldn't be bothered to put her cereal bowl in the dishwasher. "You know," David said, tossing another pizza box into the recycling bin, "the Galactic Council has put a bounty on your head, worth more than Earth's GDP. Maybe you should, I don't know, care about that?" Lisa finally looked up from her phone, her green eyes focusing on him with mild irritation. "David, I'm watching cat videos. This is important human cultural research. You've been doing research for 6 hours straight. This is a very comprehensive study." 3 months ago, Lisa had simply appeared in his apartment. No dramatic entrance, no flash of alien technology, just a knock on his door at 2 in the morning, and a woman claiming to be his new roommate, complete with a lease agreement that somehow bore his signature. She'd paid 6 months' rent in advance, with what appeared to be solid gold coins, then promptly claimed the couch as her permanent residence. At first, David had assumed she was just another oddball college student. The city was full of them. But then the news started reporting strange incidents. Alien scout ships found disabled in Earth's orbit, their crews babbling about a shadow demon that moved through their vessels like death incarnate. Surveillance footage from various incidents showed a figure in black combat gear, moving with inhuman speed and precision. The figure looked remarkably like his lazy roommate. "Lisa," David said carefully, "there's a Thraxian dreadnought in the news. It just exploded near Jupiter." "Huh." Lisa didn't look away from her phone. "Weird. The survivors keep mentioning something called Nightfang. That's a cool name, very edgy." David walked over and sat on the edge of the couch, forcing Lisa to curl her legs up to make room. "The description matches you perfectly, right down to the scar above your left eyebrow." Lisa finally set her phone down and met his gaze. For just a moment, her casual demeanor slipped, and David caught a glimpse of something ancient and dangerous, lurking behind her green eyes. Then she yawned and stretched like a cat. "David, you're being paranoid. Do I look like someone who could take on a dreadnought?" He studied her critically. Lisa was small, maybe 5'4", with the pale complexion of someone who avoided sunlight religiously. Her idea of exercise was walking to the refrigerator. She subsisted entirely on delivery food and had once spent 18 hours straight playing a mobile game about farming vegetables. "No," he admitted. "You look like someone who would die from walking up a flight of stairs too quickly." "Exactly. Now can you order more pizza? I'm conducting important research on Italian-American culinary traditions." But David had noticed things. The way Lisa never seemed to sleep, though she lay motionless on the couch with her eyes closed. How she occasionally spoke in languages he'd never heard, usually when she thought he wasn't listening. The fact that their apartment had become a dead zone for electronics. Phones died quickly, the Wi-Fi was spotty, and their smart TV had developed what could only be described as an attitude problem. Most telling was the growing collection of alien artifacts that kept appearing around the apartment. Lisa claimed they were souvenirs from comic conventions, but David was pretty sure Comic Cons didn't sell functioning energy weapons or what appeared to be the preserved head of a Rigelian war chief. "Lisa," David said slowly, "hypothetically, speaking, if you were this Nightfang person and you were hiding out on Earth, why would you choose to be a lazy roommate instead of, I don't know, conquering the planet?" Lisa was quiet for a long moment, still staring at her phone. Then she shrugged. Hypothetically, maybe she's tired. Maybe she's spent centuries fighting in wars across the galaxy, watching civilizations rise and fall, always being the weapon everyone reaches for when diplomacy fails. Maybe she just wants to eat pizza and watch humans argue about whether pineapple belongs on it. She looked up at him with those strangely ancient eyes. Maybe she found a place where she can just be Lisa instead of Nightfang. David felt a chill run down his spine. And what happens when the galaxy comes looking for her? Lisa's smile was sharp and cold, nothing like her usual lazy grin. Then they'll learn why they called me Nightfang in the first place. The lights in the apartment flickered ominously, and David's phone screen cracked for no apparent reason. Then Lisa yawned again and reached for the TV remote. But until then, I'm going to finish this documentary about ancient Earth warfare. Did you know humans used to fight each other with pointed sticks? Adorable. Outside their window, a shooting star blazed across the night sky. Or maybe it was a ship. David decided he didn't want to know. He ordered the pizza,